Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. Got a lot going on this afternoon. This has been going on for a while now, a few days. There is a colossal sky river up in the state of Washington. What's going on here with our? That doesn't look right. Is that right? Why is it so small? Why is our window so small? I have to restart this. Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on, everybody? Hello, Arizona in the house, huh? Right on, right on. Good to see everybody here. Good afternoon. Hold on just a second, guys. Hold on just a second. Got to check something out here because it looks like this crazy OBS. Yeah, hang on just a second. Bear with me. We're going to talk about this colossal. It's a situation that's going on up in the Pacific Northwest. Hold on. Hold on just a second, guys. Be right there. Checking on the hello, Indiana in the house. Good afternoon, North Carolina. Moleculus 86, 87. What's going on, guys? I'm trying to see how this thing looks. Something is going on with my software, but we're going to get it fixed, so no worries. Don't go anywhere. I've got some cool video footage that's been sent in here recently. I've worked on one today. Actually, I worked on two today, several, and we're going to look at some tomorrow. Apparently, some people over central Oklahoma saw something in the sky that they shouldn't have seen. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that, but we're going to take a look at that here in just a moment. Wait just a minute here, guys. Hold on. I think we're good. I think we're in good shape. Got my moderator checking on something for me. Something to do with the formatting today. We've been having formatting issues. Good afternoon, everybody. Thick Triple Play, what's up? Got the moderator looking. Hold on. We may have to reboot. I don't know. Hope not. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good. We're waiting. We're waiting. We've got rivers going out of their banks. We've got highways closed. We've got thousands, possibly tens of thousands being evacuated. Got a situation going on, man. And it's all because of the solar activity, or lack thereof. Man, we're having glitches over here in Arizona. My goodness, I can't even get a text message. We did have a little bit of a solar storm right here. Wasn't much of one. Wait just a minute. Oh yeah, here it is right here. I think we're good. I think we're good. It's just that my view. Okay, hold on a minute. I don't know. Okay. Hold on, guys. This is weird. Can't even get a text message. This is what happens sometimes in live TV, even though we're not TV. I don't know what happened to my moderator. She can't seem to send text messages. I have no idea. Let me ask you guys. Denmark, Parker, Arizona. Let me ask you guys. Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. Yeah, something's wrong with the formatting, guys. This is wild. This is what happens during live TV. Let me try to adjust this, okay? Give you guys a little better view. You deserve better than that. Good grief. How's that? Is that better? Let's look and see. Hold on. We're going to make it work. There we go. Now we're starting to cook with oil. Look at that. Now you might be able to see the toolbar, but I think I can fix that. This is what happens sometimes in live TV. Hang on, bear with me. Bear with me. There we go. Okay, I think we're good now. Is that better? Thanks for sticking around. I am so sorry for the aspect ratio mess up. I mean, that's about as messed up as things are up here in the state of Washington. These poor people can't catch a break. Look at all these roads that are closed. Do you guys see all of the black and white exclamation marks? Those are roads that are currently closed. And we're talking at least 2 dozen, maybe more. And they're piling up as the water piles up. Get a load of this Titanic, this huge atmospheric river that is relentless. It doesn't seem to want to stop. There it is. There's the whole thing extending all the way back. They call that a pineapple express when it reaches all the way back to Hawaii. But here it is up close. Looks like a big dragon coming into British Columbia, you know, southwestern Canada. And then, of course, the state of Washington wreaking havoc on the citizens of the state of Washington. They're talking about mudslides, evacuations, possibly 100,000 being evacuated. The state is under a state of emergency right now as I do this video from a barrage of torrential rain that has sent rivers flowing out of their banks. Guys, I've got river updates. There are multiple rivers setting records right now as I do this video, going up out of their banks, reaching heights that they've never seen before, forcing evacuations, and in some cases, mandatory evacuations. These people have never dealt with evacuations like this before. Heavy rain continued to fall over parts of the state Thursday, prompting rising rivers, road closures, water rescues at an Amtrak station between Seattle and Vancouver. Rainfall intensity increased, and they've seen up to 6 inches, and there's more on the way. This is just in a 24-hour period. They're asking people to be prepared, be at the ready right now. They're saying, have your bags packed. That's coming from the Emergency Management Director, Ariel Soling. Days of rain from the relentless atmospheric river. Catastrophic flooding is likely. They're already seeing catastrophic flooding. Rivers could break records. Like I said, rivers that have never seen these types of heights before. See all of these purple things right here? These aren't just necessarily things. These are river gauges, and they're showing you some brand new records. For instance, the one that we're on right now, the record high that's been a record for many, many years, 24.11 inches. Today, literally right now as I do this video, it's supposed to crest at 26.2. That's 2 feet above its all-time high. And it starts flooding when it's at 15 feet. So this thing's going to be 11 feet right there just east of Seattle, 11 feet above flood stage. Oh man, it's going to create a situation up there like they've never seen before. They don't know what to do with all this water. And guys, it's not near done yet. Here's another one we can look at. I think this is a record as well. Let's go to it right here. It's pretty close. The all-time record is 62.2. It's supposed to crest right now at 60.06. And this is the Snoqualmie River near Carnation. Going up here just right outside the bay. This one here, brand new record high. Are you serious right now? Yes, I'm absolutely serious. Right now, actually in about, 3 hours. This river is supposed to crest, and this is the Skagit River near Mount Vernon. It's supposed to crest at 39.1 feet. The record is 37.4. So another one right here, 2 feet above record flood stage. 2 feet. And it starts flooding at 28 feet. So this is going to be 11 feet above flood stage. And that's why you see there is indeed a flood warning right now as I do this video. Look, flood warning, big time, bright green. All of these purple river gauges you see. All of these rivers are going up and out of their banks around Seattle. The reds are getting close. Let's click on a red one just for educational purposes. This is the Skokomish River near Potlatch. It's getting up to 17.8, and it normally hovers, well, it's been, action is required around 15 feet, so that one's 2 feet above its banks. This one here is headed for, actually it was at a record high, 68 feet, and it's showing a flood warning. The Green River near Auburn. This is all up here in the Seattle area. We just looked at that one there. That one's the Snoqualmie. Here's another one. Way up out of its banks, 18.4, and flooding starts at 13.9. So this one here, the Snoqualmie River, right up here east of Seattle, that one too is about 6 feet out of its banks. Unbelievable. Here's another one. This one here, way up to 16.6 feet. The record's 17.9, so that one didn't set a record. That one's right in here. The flooding, though, starts at 13. So that's why we're seeing all of these roads up here closed. You can see the flooding's already beginning. People are not knowing what to do, where to go. They're doing their best to get people to higher ground, to safety. Hey, what's up there, Namvet 62? What does Lake Mead look like? Lake Mead, you know what? We'll take a look at Lake Mead there, buddy. Hang on just a second. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Lake Mead, the last I looked, was holding steady. But I will look at Lake Mead, and I'll let you know. Hang on just a second. But the rivers are rising. Roads are closing. Here's another look at the atmospheric river. Let me see if I can find it real quick for you. I think no, that's our handy dandy... we got all kinds of wind. That's the stereo. We got to go to, let's see. That's the atmospheric river, torrential rain. I'm looking for my friend Zoom.Earth. Where is my friend Zoom Earth? Google Earth, Travel Center. It must have closed. Okay, I'm going to find, hold on just a second there, buddy. We're going to go to Lake Mead here in just a minute. But yeah, things have gotten way out of hand up here. And again, the atmospheric river, the satellite presentation is very impressive. Let me go to Zoom.Earth real quick. Where is Zoom.Earth? Where is my Zoom Earth? That's one of my favorite apps. Not on there today. Where did it go? I had it on there. Google Earth, travel, latest torrential. Which one's? Oh, that's the. Looking for Zoom Earth. Where are you at, Zoom Earth? There's Zoom Earth right there. Here's another look at the Titanic River, and see how far back it extends? That's what I was wanting to show you guys. This thing's not done yet. In fact, it's just getting started. That's why they're preparing evacuations up here in the west central Seattle area, the east central Seattle area between Portland and Seattle. All of this is coming in. And it's getting thicker and heavier. There's more rain coming. Yeah, it's just getting started. This is no joke. These people are dealing with a big-time situation up here. Unbelievable. Let's go to, I want to show you guys something that we haven't looked at in a while, Lake Mead ski. Let's check out Lake Mead. I'll show you guys. I had a request for Lake Mead, and I'm going to get you Lake Mead. Hang on just a second. Last I knew, Lake Mead was holding steady. In fact, I think it was going up, and it is going up just a tad. Here you go. Lake Mead coming at you. Where are we at here? Hold on just a second. Yeah, there we go. Lake Mead. What am I looking at here? There you go. How about that? Lake Mead. Actually, Lake Mead is going up. I'll be darned. Been going up now for the last 10 days straight. So there's Lake Mead for you. It was peaking in February. It's rising again. now in December, and it looks like it's going to follow the same trend it took last year. It started rising in December because this goes back a year ago. However, it's not quite as high this year as it was this time last year. So it's a little lower than it was last year at this time. Nevertheless, it's still rising a little bit. So right now, the water is looking good up at Lake Mead. It's not quite as low as it was. The low point is 1,040. That's the number that you want to stay away from. You're welcome, Namvet62. Thank you for the super chat. That's very kind. The magic number is 1,040. So it's 20 feet above the magic number. So if it gets down around 1,040, that's when water rations and water restrictions go into play. So it's nowhere near 1,040. So Lake Mead, for all intents and purposes, is in good shape. So it's good to see. I know there for a while it was a little bit dicey up there at Lake Mead with regard to the water. It got very close to 1,040. They needed some of the water from up here in the Pacific Northwest, even though it wasn't here at the time. But yeah, a lot of flooding going on, guys. It's going to continue to flood. If you're up here in the Seattle area, just know it's going to remain very wet for at least the next 48 hours. Looking at the size of this massive, and I mean massive, atmospheric river. This thing is huge. It's no joke. Earthquakes have slowed down, and coincidentally, even though it's no coincidence, so has the solar activity. So solar activities quieting down, earthquake activities quieting down. Let's take a look at Mount Kilauea. Looks like a big foggy mess up here, but what's happening is this camera faces west. The wind is blowing east. Or I'm sorry, the wind is blowing the smoke from the east into the camera. So we've had nothing but a smoke view for the last 2 days. So there's no erupting going on like we've seen earlier in the week when there was lava fountains shooting 800, 900, in some cases 1,000 feet up into the sky. It's just very smoky up at Mount Kilauea right now, so not a whole lot going on. All eyes, though, are on this huge atmospheric river. And here's again some of the river data that I was sharing with you guys, some of the record-setting ones. Cedar River at Renton, setting a new record today at 17.19. I took screen grabs of these. This is so rare. Look at this river right here going vertical. The Skagit River near Concrete. Look at that. Going straight vertical to 42.2 feet. Flood stage is 28 feet. Are you serious right now? 15 feet above flood stage. That is a problem. And that's right in here, just north and just east of Seattle. That is a big deal. Here's the Skagit River near Mount Vernon, 39.1 feet. The old record, 37.4. Shocking. Here's another one going up to 19 feet, and action begins at 13 feet. So those are the folks that are being evacuated. And guys, from the looks of this titanic atmospheric river that's not going anywhere anytime soon, you guys are probably going to be in evacuation mode for quite a while. We did see a minor geomagnetic storm. Let me refresh the page. Look at the planetary K index. Look at that right there. The primary wave from the large CME from the M81 solar flare actually kind of missed the Earth. And guys, that happens. Space weather doesn't follow the script like Earth weather does. You know, like we're seeing here with these atmospheric rivers and just huge systems that are really delivering large amounts of rain. Space weather doesn't necessarily follow the same protocol. You got to keep in mind, those storm clouds travel 93 million miles from the sun to the earth. And sometimes, you know, they change, their personalities change from the time they left the sun until the time they arrive at the earth. And this was just one of those instances. Something happened to the storm cloud. It may have broke into two and separated, may have went above the earth, below the earth, but either way, they're calling this like well, first of all, the planetary K index, the BZ tilted south. And as soon as the BZ tilted south, we started seeing a G2 and KP6 geomagnetic storm. Not a big deal, but people up in Canada definitely saw the auroras, and we've had an increase of solar activity, but the active sunspots are turning away from the Earth right now as I do this video. and probably we won't see any action for at least 3 or 4 days. The sun's going to get quiet. But it's not quiet up here in the Pacific Northwest. There are a ton of road closures. There's so many I can't even count them all, guys. I can zoom in to show you that section of road right there is closed, but I don't even know which road it is. There you go. State Road 20 eastbound. Closed today. 12/11, 3:47 p.m. This entire section of road right there just straight up closed because of flooding rivers. This road right here, let's just check and see. For those of you that are up there or have friends up there, maybe family up there, State Road 9, both directions, 12/11/2025. Okay, this is from milepost 72 to milepost 79. All lanes are closed. I mean, this is kind of unprecedented. You don't normally see this. How much of this is closed? State Road 20 eastbound from New Halem, milepost 121 to milepost 134. Closed. Same situation here. Closed. I mean, seeing roads closed, major roads up here closed. Here's another huge, look at this. This road right here in black and white is just straight up closed. Let's try to see what it is. US 2, both directions, eastbound and westbound from Index Galena Road, milepost 35 to milepost 57. My God, that's 22 miles closed due to flooding. Updated today, 12:17 p.m. So this isn't going to be open anytime soon. Look at that. So people are being evacuated, roads are being closed. I mean, it is a big situation that seriously got out of hand very, very quickly. That is not an understatement. In fact, it might be an understatement. It's not an overstatement, that's for sure. Here's another road that's closed, actually two, and these are major roads. State Road 203 northbound, milepost 0 to milepost 5. Northeast Tolt Hill Road, all lanes are closed. Here's another one, closed. State Road 18, both directions, east and westbound, from milepost 28 to 20. That's 8 miles of the road straight up closed because of flooding. And that's all around the eastern, it'd be central, it'd be eastern Seattle area, in between the Cascades, I suppose, and the coast, right in there. That's where the heaviest part of this just mammoth atmospheric river is just, it's just parked there. And as you can see, you don't have to be a meteorologist to understand what's going on here. This thing is making a beeline for the Canadian-US border. That's where it's been coming in for the last couple, 3 days. And it's not going to slow down much, if any at all, here in the next couple of days. They're getting snow in the elevations up in Montana, parts of Idaho. The elevations are seeing snow. And then, of course, the coastal areas over here are seeing rain. So a lot going on up there in the Pacific Northwest right now. And I mean a lot. Roads closed, 100,000 plus evacuated, according to this article right here, as torrential rains trigger floods, mudslides, and evacuations in Washington state. And that's another thing that we got to keep in mind, the mudslides over here. Mudslides may have some of these roads closed, and if it's still raining and flooding, rain coming down out of the hills here, that's definitely going to trigger rock slides, mudslides, and close sections of roads just like we're seeing. Here's another section right here. This is next to a volcano. Look at this here. What is that, Mount Hood? Mount Rainier? That looks like Rainier. See, it's not labeled on here, and I think that's Rainier. Yeah, well, this highway right here, east of Rainier, east of that volcano, this is State Road 410, Chinook Pass, is closed due to adverse conditions and avalanche risk. 12 miles west of the summit, Crystal Mountain Boulevard, avalanche risk. That was updated on the 6th. So that road has been closed for a few days. That's been updated since the 24th. So that road there has been closed for a few weeks. And I'm assuming that's because of, that is Mr. Rainier, Mount Rainier. That's something I just learned today. So there's a big section of highway closed east of Mount Rainier due to avalanche risk. Okay. Both directions. Updated October 1st, 2025. This road right here might be closed. It's closed due to flooding. But some of these roads might be closed due to landslides. Oh, this is that State Road 165, Carbon River, Fairfax Bridge is closed to all vehicles. State Road 165. Bicyclists and pedestrians until further notice. The closure means there is no access to the bridge. So apparently there's a bridge there that has, for whatever reasons, become dysfunctional. My God, there is. Look at the map. The map speaks for itself. Look at all the exclamation marks. That is nuts. Wow. Heavy rain closes roads across the state. Several roads are closed around the state due to heavy rain and water over the roadway. Big time situation right now going on up here in the Pacific Northwest in the Seattle area. And again, guys, it's not going away anytime soon as this colossal atmospheric river, they call them sky rivers, just a steady flow, a rain train is what I call these things. And it's not going away anytime soon. This is a very long rain train, sky river. It's already brought a lot of rain, and there is much more to come. So stick around. I'll keep you guys updated as we move forward in time. I've been doing a picture challenge here recently, and this photo was sent in by Izzy in Indiana. And it looks like a trick of photography, right? This is out of Indiana. Obviously, this is a sunset from yesterday, but that's the sunset reflecting off of a lake. You get that mirror effect. Isn't that cool? What a cool photo by Izzy in Indiana. Nice job. Really, really cool. Appreciate that. I put that over here at the homepage of the website. That is today's feature photo. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm going to hop off here. I wanted to give you an update on the Pacific Northwest action. The action really has only just begun. Evacuations, road closures, rivers setting new records, coming up out of their banks by several feet. This situation's an ongoing situation. Washington State's under a state of emergency and will be until further notice, until this river changes direction, goes away, and the water in the rivers on the ground recedes, and they can kind of get things back to normal. But it's going to be at least a couple of days before the rain stops, and then after that, the water has to run off and reopen the roads. It's just a whole big mess, and things did get out of hand up here very quickly. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. I want to thank you guys for spending part of your Thursday with me. Check it out. Tomorrow is Friday again. Thanks for watching. Have a super day. And be safe out there.